And we're live! Yay! I'm here with a very special guest, Carol, from Vancouver, Canada. First of all, Happy New Year, Carol, and thank you so much for accepting to have this interview with me. It's the first interview of the year for me. I do a lot of Go Lives, and this is the first time, and this one is in English, and I'm so grateful for your time. I know it's the time, basically the first day of the new year. A lot of people, I know some people who just sit down and make plans and everything. But yes, here we are. We want to help people maybe to make some better plans. So Carol, for those of you people who are watching from your page, I just introduced myself. My name is Neda Ward. Ward is my husband's actually last name, and my last name, because I'm Persian, is so long that I thought that I can save some ink by just using his last name. But my last name is Bezalineku, and then Ward is, of course, the last name I basically use a lot of times. And I'm a mother. I'm an engineer. I'm like you, a coach in this community, and I have been doing this business for the last 4 years, I could say, seriously. I didn't take it seriously a lot in the first couple of months, and then when I started seeing the results this business is giving me and my family, then I started like taking it seriously. But what about you yourself, Carol? To introduce yourself to people who are watching.
Thank you, Neda. And again, Happy New Year's Day. What a great way to start 2024 with a go live like this. For me, basically, I'm coming to you currently from Vancouver, Canada, where I've lived for many years. However, I'm originally from a small town outside Montreal. And my career, it's mostly a corporate environment I come from. I have sort of a dual career. I've been going back and forth between executive assistant roles and legal administrative assistant roles, and currently work at city government in Vancouver.
Great. That's amazing, Carol. And do you want to tell people how we know each other? my scares.
Well, I have to laugh because we were talking just before we went on air. We basically know each other because we both have our own online businesses, but are in the same global community. So just like this, we can communicate online. And a few months ago, we were privileged to meet each other in person at a wonderful party here in Vancouver, Canada. So it was so nice after all this time to finally see her and be able to give her a big hug.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure too. I know the founders of the business just hosted the party for me because I achieved some successes that means a lot, which basically entitles me to get some fixed monthly income every month, which is I don't know how that happened. Thank you so much. But it was God's basically guidance through all from the first step, like from the first time I saw my mentors at to the with everything, every single dot, every single point that got me to here. My hesitations, my fears, my faith, my gut feeling, speaking with my husband, so many things that pushed me forward. And then and it's just this business works. So if you're wondering whether you will be the person who's gonna get there, absolutely yes. And it was such an honor to see Carol, because I had an accident with my with my with my skirt, and then everybody was trying to find a way to put it together. It was just opening up from the back. Oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. And then it was basically Karen who gave me something to to wear to over it. But anyway, that's life. That's we're real people, right? There's no joking about it. Thank you so much for being always so nice and kind, Carol. And just for people who are watching, I know there is a lot of people who are wondering if this business is legitimate and if it's real. What do you have to say for them, Carol?
I have so many things to say. I mean, for one thing, I told you I'm a legal administrative assistant. So it's natural for me to want to do my homework on something. And I've been looking for something to do online for years. So when I came across this system, which was advertised on on the internet just like this, I did my homework. And we can access so much resourceful information on the internet, so it's not difficult to find out if something is legitimate. One of the key factors, now that we're coming to year end here, is I'm going to receive tax forms from the government. There's nothing more legal than that. And this is a whole global community built around it. So anywhere in the world you can do this. So that would be probably the key point.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And you know what I always tell people is, depending on where you are, which city you are, just when you message us, we can tell you, like, just walk into the local office of the parent company that we're using, and you will be able to talk to them. Yeah, if something is not legitimate, they wouldn't have an office and a branch in a country for 20 years. And and a lot of people are just wondering why we keep advertising this business. I get so many messages. I know the intention is not positive, but I make a twist on negativity. I've been always good in just making negative comments and turning it into the positive comments. So I always tell people, the reason that we advertise so much is because I myself, as an engineer, I was looking for a long time that I can supplement my income. And you would not know that how much I was disappointed, because there was nothing out there.
Yeah.
And I'm a hardworking mom, and I have been always doing like 2 things or 3 things just beside my job to make some extra cash. I didn't grow up being privileged and having an elite life. I grew up being like living a life of being responsible. You always have to save. You have to always watch what you are spending your money on. Just have one pair of shoes. Like when I compare my kids to myself, they have like 10 pair of shoes every year that they just grow out of it. And then the next year I have to change the next size. And I just grew up with like having one pair of shoes, one pair of pants, like, those kind of life, and I'm proud of it, because that's life. Just made me the person I'm today, and there was nothing out there that I could do beside my job after I put my kids to bed, so that can allow me to make some extra money every month. So you might be a hardworking parents like us, like me, like you want to be looking for something you can do besides your job. I was looking for something I can do after I put my kids to bed. And all I wanted was $2,000 a month. I got that, like, to that 2,000 maybe on month 3 or 4, and I made like 10 times that, like a lot of money. You won't believe it. And I'm not saying it's a get rich quick. Don't take me wrong. It's not a get rich quick. It requires a lot of hard work. It requires a lot of sacrifices. It requires a lot of crying, a lot of disappointment, a lot of tear down, a lot of questioning yourself, questioning everything you've done. And then when you get back to your roots, and then you realize that this is legit, this is real, and you have a mission. And it's like when you want to lose weight, nobody shows like all the hard times that athletes are spending in the gym, sweating, crying,
Yeah.
like just saying, why the hell am I doing this, why the hell I'm doing this. They only see the good part, that they're putting some nice clothes on and showing off their beautiful body, right? But that 98% of that is hard work, and then 2% is that show off. You always see me and Carol in a smiling, nice lipstick, nice clothes. But I would like, Carol, one of my resolutions, I'm gonna make this an announcement that I'm gonna be showing more of me in the background, like behind the scenes of the times that it's like midnight and with the dark circle under my eyes, and I'm
Yeah.
exhausted and my hair looks like this, and that's the reality. Everything that is worth it, everything that is beautiful in life, it requires hard work. So don't think that I'm saying like we got to $20,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and a lot more that we have made by just boom and just dancing and laughing, and that money comes. No, it has been months of building up. But then the good thing about our system is that it's automated. So once you build it and you get to that point, it works for you. That's why I kept my engineering job. That's why I'm still. You asked me a question, Carol. Do you want to ask me that question again? The first thing.
I'm going to ask it again. It's interesting. We're always saying anybody can do this, and that's because we have this phenomenal training program included. But let's face it, success depends on the individual efforts. And so I asked Neda, I said, how do you do it? Here's a lady professional career, full time. She's married. She has 2 children. She has a massive group of people that she helps, earn online. And I said, Nada, how do you do it?
How do I do it? Well, I can say that everybody can do it. Just, you know what, there's 24 hours a day for all of us. And, I think I'm just one part of the 5 a.m. club. Everybody I know who is successful, they don't wake up at 8 a.m. They wake up around 5-ish, because that's the time there's an energy around that time of the day. And, wake up 2 hours, 3 hours before your household. You can get a lot done, and by the time the madness starts, your kids are up and the breakfast and then this and this and that, you already have achieved a lot. And then, the good thing about this is our system. How I'm doing it, Carol, is you and I were both in the same system. The system is auto automated. I don't need to sit down and email and message people every day. The system works for me. Somebody messages me, the automated system, boom, just sends them the auto reply, sends them the information. Very, very few of the people I'm coaching, I have had any contact with them before they start this business. I didn't even know who they were. I didn't know their name. I didn't know where they come from. Boom, I just got an email from the automated system. This person has joined the trial period, and I would just welcome them in our community and send them the information. So what I'm trying to say is basically, if it wasn't because of our automated system, and I know so many people in my team that I'm coaching who have been part of the teams that everything is done by them. They have to sit down, type things, type emails, this and that. It's just, you can't do it. You just, all your day is just around just talking to people. One thing we always tell about this amazing opportunity is that it does not require selling. You do not need to sales. You do not need to talk people. You do not need to go around and try to invite them to your houses, to the coffee shop. And right, Carol, isn't that the best part of this business?
I'm laughing because before I started doing something online, I used to try a lot of second jobs. I mean, I live on my own, so that means one person paying all the bills, and Vancouver's an expensive city. So I've tried retail, I've tried makeup parties. I've even stocked shelves at Safeway. And the thing is, you're not making enough to offset. And again, like Nada, when I first started, I just wanted to make, $1,000 extra a month if I could. But the reality is, a lot of people say, I'm an introvert, I can't do this. We have so many people who are so shy, so introverted, who are killing it. Why? Because we teach you how to do what we call attraction marketing, where you're trying to attract people to you online. So suddenly, instead of, trying to get some friends and family together, maybe 20, 30 people, you could access millions of people around the world. And that's a pretty heady thought when you think about it. But that's what I love, is you get an email saying, congratulations, you've got a buyer or whatever. And I'm always so shocked because I'm out doing something else. So there are a lot of advantages to working online, but more importantly, finding a legitimate system, because there's a lot of crazy stuff out there right now. So do your homework.
Yes, absolutely. And a lot of people in this amazing community are lawyers. Carol, I have so many people I'm coaching. They are lawyers, they are judges, and so a lot of people, they're not even using their own face, because we teach you how to create content. Your content, you don't have to be part of that content. It's all about giving information to people, because there are hundreds of thousands of people every single day who want to get into the online space and they don't know where to start. And with that content, it could be a 3D video, it could be just a video, a post, a PowerPoint, a presentation. The first 1.5 years, you will not believe it, Carol. The first 1.5 years I came to this business, even though I was making 5 figures every single month, I did not use a single video. There was no single video of me anywhere. Nobody heard what my voice was like. So don't think that, oh my gosh, do I have to be in front of a computer every single day and making videos and making go live? So if you want to do it, you can do it. Why Carol and I doing it as two of the coaches just in this community is because with this video, we're giving some extra information. This extra information may be helpful for someone and may just answer some of your questions. I myself came through a coach that I never watched a video. Never watched a single video of her. No go live, nothing. I just watched the workshop, the 90-minute workshop 2 times. And then with that, well, I just decided that this is not a scam, and I decided to give it a go, right? And my coach is very successful as well. So you don't have to be like just in front of a computer or your phone or camera every single day, making videos, showing off your face, showing off your, personal branding, personal family. No, you don't have to do that. We'll just teach you how to create content that gives information to people who want to get into the online space and they don't know where to start. We don't want just to teach you digital marketing courses. There are courses out there in Toronto. You won't believe it. I contacted this college, Carol. They said it's $18,500 just the course, and then you're not going to have a coach for life. You're not going to have a mentor for life. They're not going to build your website. And they only were teaching Facebook and Google. And here in this training program, they teach you 7 platforms, which is TikTok, which is amazing. It has a lot of potentials. It's amazing. It's YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and it's amazing. Like, I mean, the amount of value you get from this, and you can start with like 1/5 of that for this community. Of course, the business it's not free. Nothing in life is free, right?
No.
And Carol, some people I see they're commenting here. I see they're still like, what is like this business? How can they get started? What would you say to them when they ask you this question, like how they could get started?
There's so many steps to it, and everyone's in a rush. Like I always say, I want you to click on the link and register to watch a webinar, and they're going, "Oh, I don't have time for that. Can you just summarize it?" And I'm going, if you don't have time to watch the webinar, then I'm sorry, this isn't for you. And the reality is, yes, there's work involved, but you're not doing it on your own. You've got so many people to turn to for support. But what I still can't get over is that the earnings are unlimited when you work online, and that's key. The other thing is, I'm coming up on 6.5 years doing this, and I shock myself every day when I think about it, because I used to call myself the 30-day quitter, because I am spontaneous. I jump into new things. I like getting a new notebook and getting organized. But then after about a month, I lose interest, or the company or the business model turns out to be not what I expected. In this case, I keep getting more and more information. You talked about TikTok and Pinterest and Facebook. What I love is we're constantly being fed more information, more opportunities to do things differently. And I love to learn. So it's like, oh, I'm going to try this. Oh, I'm going to try that. Because you don't have to do everything. But
Yes.
It's the fact that the people on the back end here are constantly trying to find opportunities for us to benefit our businesses.
Yes,
That's what I love. And the key thing, I mean, I've made more money doing this than anything else I've tried. And believe me, I've tried a lot of things. But it's, for me, what has made me stick around, because every business has got its ups and downs. Look at our economy. What makes me stick around are the people I've met online. I don't even have to meet them in person. I've met so many people online. We had a convention last summer, and I met a gal that I've been reaching out to for 6.5 years.
Nice.
And she's a great grandmother doing this, and she's now living in Mexico. And when we saw each other, we were like, oh my God, because the relationships you can build online are phenomenal. It's a benefit, yes, when you meet in person, but for me, it's, yes, we all start so we can make money. And so the money comes. And then when you've got difficult periods of time, you've got so many people to reach out to for support. And it's global. I've talked to people all over the world, which just suddenly makes the world feel very small.
Yes.
But between that and our training system and the access to resources, I've never seen anything like it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. No, I'm just like, I'm just wondering why would I be coming here? And if there is one thing I can say about how this, and I'm going to ask you this question as well, how this business has changed my life, is I can say, like, I had a good life before this. It's not like, I was like living in misery or something. And I had a good engineering job. I traveled all around the world. I had a good salary, but I just did we just when we had kids, you have responsibilities. Your job, I know a lot of people say, I have a good job, I have a good job, but don't take your job for granted. Something happens to you, an injury or something, a breakdown in the economy. One of the jobs, one of the projects I was working for, just because there were some negotiations between Russia and Saudi Arabia over some commodity, the project got canceled. 450
Yeah.
people got out of job overnight, boom, like that. So you can
Well,
lose your job overnight, right?
And look at me, I'm working for city government, and lucky for me, during COVID, we were considered essential services, so I could keep working. But I was blindsided, many of us were, because they actually slashed our salaries during that time, and it was a killer. But thankfully, because I'm just one person here, I was still making money on the side. What I love about this system is that it's a great business to start on the side while you're still employed. And I always recommend that people do that. So it's something to fall back on. And then once you're in a good financial position, then you can leave your career or your bigger job. We've had nurses leaving their careers. I mean, all kinds of professions are like walking away and getting time freedom and financial freedom. But it's that time freedom that's really taking a priority with people.
That's great. No, that's great point. And that's you just said everything I wanted to say. That's exactly true. You can't get time for your family, by working a 9 to 5 job that barely pays your bills, and you will never have a savings. I guarantee you that, because I have a good job, I have a good salary. You can never have a savings. And I started this business well before everything was so expensive, and now I'm saying, like, I don't even think about like how expensive the watermelon has become, but I see some of my friends, oh my gosh, have you seen this? Now it was like this much, now it is this much. It doesn't affect me anymore. I was one of those people who was counting every penny. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this, like, do I want to buy this because it's $20, or do I want to buy that because it's $25? So just you don't take your jobs forever. You for granted. You may lose it overnight. And when that security blanket is taken away from underneath you, do you have a backup income? And with my job as an engineer, I'm building subway for the people in my city, which is a great public service. I'm so proud of it. In this business, I'm helping people pay off their mortgages, take their kids to extra vacations every year without worrying about how they're going to pay their credit cards. I'm helping people that just get out of their depression. We have so many people. I have so many people started this business, had severe depression, and now they're completely changed because they have a purpose. There's a big link between depression and having a purpose. And when you have a purpose, your whole life is changing. Like the way you look at things changes. You become happier. Your skin changes. It just reflects that in all your body. So there's a lot that one person might be missing, and they may not even think about it. And then when you get started on this business, or any businesses, I'm not saying our business is the best. I'm just saying that it is going to have millions, and like right now they have like 186,000 people working online and thousands more working offline. But I'm saying that it has been something that I have done it. Carol has done it. Yeah. It's working. The system works. Doesn't matter what's your background. It doesn't matter what's your age. It doesn't matter what's your educational level. Anybody can do this. That's all I can say, right?
Well, you know what I'd like to add, Neda? We talked briefly about the webinars. And one of the first things when you say, how do I get started, is to obviously register with Neda. And, you'll be able to watch an online webinar that is live. But what I love about it is it's twice a week, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. But then every single time it's offered, there are different business owners who come on the panel. I was on just a few weeks ago, and we tell you about our journey. And what really resonated with me is the fact that everybody is dealing with stuff nowadays. There's no question about it. And to hear how different people are overcoming challenges in their lives has been really impactful for me. In fact, I still watch them whenever I get a chance, because I watched about 6 webinars before I started, and there was this woman, when she spoke, I went, oh my God, that's it. Boom. And I pressed the button, because it really is all about finding people who resonate with you.
Yes.
And again, you want to work with people that, there's similarities that you have, something in common. And that's why we end up with so many strong friendships here. And it's what keeps this community really tight and really committed. But I would say before you start questioning and all that is watch a webinar. See if this even resonates with you. But the possibilities are endless because I've never seen, when we say it's a proven system, I've never seen so many people. I've been able to watch them from the beginning and just watch how they achieve success and how it, like you said, it affects their personality, their mood. Getting out of debt, paying off their kids' education, all these wonderful things that people are having happen because people finally have a sense of purpose. There's finally a light at the end of the tunnel. That's the best way I can put it.
That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. And I love it. I'm just so grateful for you, for people who basically are in this amazing community. To the founders, I made a post today in our group. Because they had a vision, they had they had dreams, and they pursued that, and and because of their dream, our dreams also came true, and because of that dream, also I was able to help a lot of people. And I'm not saying that it wasn't easy for me, because I had to stop a lot of naysayers. I have to go through a lot of hardship. Today I woke up with like 10 bad comments under my one of my videos, that like somebody was calling me scammer, the other person was saying her eyes looks like she's a criminal, and the other person, it's horrible. It's horrible. If I was selling shoes, I wouldn't be getting those comments, guys. That's the silver lining of working online.
But Nada, I always tell people, look us up on the internet. We use our real names. You'll be able to see that Nada works in one of the big cities here. You'll be able to look up me. You can look me up on LinkedIn or whatever. We're real people. And I think that's very rare in the online space, that people are so transparent about who we are and what we believe in.
That's
true. Before you become skeptical, and we all do, me included, is do your homework first. Watch a webinar, research us, look up different people. That's the best way to go about it. And then reach out with questions. We're here for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Message us. We're here for you if you have any questions. And, we're going to give you all the answers. And, there's going to be steps, as Carol said. First step is to watch the webinar. Second step is to get to the 30-day trial. And then I know it's nowadays, the last couple of days, I have been so not lazy, but I haven't been on my phone or my computer a lot. I know I have so many messages waiting for me, but, I just wanted to take the opportunity to spend more time with my family and, just get a break from everything, just go back to my roots, and I'm proud of it.
Family first, Nada. Family first.
Yes, that they are the reason I started this business in the first place. But just message us, and then we will provide you with a link to the webinar and some additional information. And you do not need to go around and try to talk people. You do not need to. This is not one of those businesses. You need to have a network of people. None of the people I'm coaching or Carol is coaching, we knew them from before. They saw our advertisement explaining this business opportunity somehow. And I always believe that nothing is by accident, and it's not an accident you're watching this video right now. So it's the first day of 2024. Make it the best day of your life. And the best gift you can give yourself is the gift of having a business. I'm not saying this business, but I'm saying every business. When I look at the personal development I have had of 23 years of my engineering versus like 4 years of business, oh my gosh, it's like unbelievable. It's not even comparable. So have a business, find the right business that makes you happy, that just you can spend a little bit of time, and you can have great 5-figure income every month that is legitimate, that is tax registered. It could be many businesses. Just look out there. And the best thing, if it's online, if it happens to be online, if it's something that is backed up by an automated system like that we have, well, that is the best thing you can look for. So thank you so much, Carol. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, and everybody else who has been watching. And I hope it's going to be a great year for everyone, full of happiness, full of blessings, full of light, no war. No
Oh.
sad news anywhere in the world. Hopefully, we just can pray for, right? Thank you so much, Carol. Do you have anything else to say to people who are watching?
I think we've said it really well. And the thing is, I get excited because everything I've read about 2024 tells me we're moving on to a much more positive direction that is going to be beneficial for everyone. So my recommendation is get out there, be positive, work on your mindset, and find something that works for you. I look forward to see you guys on the other side.
Yeah,
for
I know,
sure.
Carol. I love to come to Vancouver a lot. There's a lot of people, amazing people in our community that I'm coaching that are now in Vancouver, and many more. And I can't wait to come back to Vancouver and see you in person again.
That would be great.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and have a beautiful day. Bye.
Thank you.
No problem.